Want me to introduce it? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2021 autumn edition of the Formula Games. First heat of the day is in the women's scale division, and we have 5 teams in this first heat. In lane 1, we have Hawk and Bishop. In lane 2, we've got the Deadlift Divas. And in lane 3, we've got the Dog Mams. Lane 4, we've got the Panto Horse Take 2. And in lane 5, we've got the Antisocial Club. So over at the back there, in the back, you can see Leslie Hawker powering on the bike with her partner, B Bishop. On the down-ups here, closest to us, being judged by Orla. So we've got synchronized down-ups here in this first event. And calories on the bike. It's a 2-part workout. This first part is a 6-minute AMRAP. The girls today have got 10 calories on the bike to do. Once they finish that 10 calories, which they can do whatever they want, they move into their second part of the workout, which is synchronized down-ups in an ascending ladder. So we've got 3 down-ups, then 6, then 9, then 12, and they just keep climbing that ladder as high as they can get inside the 6 minutes. So, as you can see, taking rest up at the top, here's a place to rest, or at the bottom. At the bottom, their hand must touch the side of their head as part of the synchronization. One partner can't stand until the other one goes up. The wider you keep your feet, a lot of the athletes have got the feet wide. The wider you can keep those feet, the easier it is, in theory, to get yourself up and down, as you can use your hips rather than stressing those quads. And believe you me, you're going to need those quads once you get on those bikes. Over at the back in the middle on the down-ups there, you've got Helen Bone and Anna Lavery, the Dog Mams. Helen, mum of Elton Bone, a little cocker, a cockapoo, also a little terror. Our host today, CrossFit Tailored Training. 2 head coaches over at the back, John Lee with the ponytail and Mick the giraffe. We're about 4 minutes into the workout now. 4 minutes into the workout. I actually missed the start, so I'm not sure who's ahead, who's on what round. I'll try and get some sort of idea next time they come off this bike. As you can see, the bike's starting to take the toll. Anna Lavery's legs really starting to slow down here. Here on this near side, though, that bike's still moving. Helen and Lavery taking a little rest there on that far side. We're inside the final minute of this workout. They've got 1 minute left of part A. Once they've completed part A, they'll have to jump into part B, which is a 3-minute AMRAP of many double kettlebell squats as they can possibly push out. The girls here today will be taking on 12 kettlebells. They've got just over 30 seconds remaining in this first heat before they start to tackle those kettlebells. Going into those kettlebells is going to be real hard work. All that lactic acid building up from that time on the bike, all those burpees using that extension, and then we're going to start taxing that straight away on these kettlebell swings. 3, 2, 1, time. So these athletes will all get a score. These athletes will all get a score off their bikes and their total burpees. That'll set their first score for event 1. Part B is scored separately, and it is these max squats. The rules on these squats are they must hit full depth. That crease of that hip must pass the depth of the knee. Other than that, those kettlebells can stay anywhere they want. You'll see some of them count them in the cradle, and then on the outside, you'll see that some of them have got them up on their shoulders. Really, it's a preference of the athlete. Obviously, the more it's on those arms, the more stress it is on those arms. But if you've really got a strong cradle, it is a more efficient place to go because you don't have to get them kettlebells balanced on those shoulders. See how Helen's got them up there nice and high? That does help take that stress off their arms, but getting them up there, getting them balanced is a lot slower process. The athletes are allowed to help each other. We can see another tactic going on here to get them up on the back. Again, the problem with that is that really taxes that hip area, which has been working through those dumbbells, which means you're really going to have to push through that lower back. But again, it takes the stress off those arms. So it depends where the athlete's strengths are. This here in the front left is a beautiful cradle position. Those elbows are up really high. The hands are tucked in, using that grip together, pulling the handles of the kettlebell together. That is a phenomenal technique going on there. Some really solid reps as they look for their changeover. We're nearly 2 minutes into this portion of the event, into part B. Over the 2 minute mark. There's about 35 seconds left in event number 1. Every rep will go on to count in this because there is a second heat in this category with another 4 teams, which will be introduced to you shortly. Yeah. And there it is, time on the first event, first heat. Very well done to all athletes. I'm going to leave you for a few minutes because I think it's my job to introduce them in round 2. So ladies and gentlemen, we're now entering Heat 2 of the Formula Games, the Autumn Edition. Still on Event 1, which is a 2-part workout. Synchronised burpees and bike calories, followed by max double kettlebell squats. All the athletes are in their positions, getting ready to start. So we're about halfway into this heat. Nearest to the camera, you've got the defending champions of Carly Hall and Lucy Smithson in the RX division. Then, in the next lane over, you've got the Alpha Elite, Victoria and Sarah. I believe they came second last time as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how they shape up this time. And then we've got some newcomers to the events in the far lane of the Serial Killers. I actually can't see their card at the minute. I can't remember what their names are. I do apologise on that front. And then at the back, nearest to the camera, we've got the team of Natalie Davison and Claire Taylor. Inside from them, we've got the defending champions, Bundham Jones. Last time out, it was Rachel, Colin and Orla actually making up that team. However, unfortunately, Orla's had to withdraw this time round injured, but Charlotte has stepped in to take her place, and they've got a chance at retaining their title. Then next along, again, we've got two visitors to the competition. And then on the far side, we've got Sadie Stoner and Amy Cunningham the team Karate Dog.
When you do the intro next, don't say heat 1 is going to start now.
One and a half minutes remains in this round. As you can see, those bikes are starting to slow down a little bit, but everyone's working hard. Some big work going on across the board here. Approaching the final stretch of this workout. Really working hard. Every team grafting. Smithson and Carly Hall. Change over there. Lucy getting those kettlebells right up onto her back. Experienced competitor Lucy recently came on the podium at the Castle Games mixed sex pairs. Sorry, actually didn't come on the podium, but made it to the final. Going into about the last 12 reps of the entire competition, they were in first place. But unfortunately, that last event just had a hurdle that they couldn't quite climb. But like I say, very experienced competitor across the RX division. Carly Hall, a little bit newer to the competitive scene, but looking to grow into it. In the background, we've got Natalie Davison, really strong in her gymnastics element. She's been out injured for a little while, but she is back and looking really strong through these squats. And there it is. And that's the event. Ladies and gentlemen, it is heat 4. We've got 3 lanes at the front, which is your male scale division, and we have Universal Credit, Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men, and lastminute.com. In the back row, we should have 3 teams, but we're missing one. We've got 2 teams. We have Screws Loose, made up of Phil McVeigh. There's Rachel Colling and Orla. Orla's sadly out injured this time, and has been replaced by Charlotte Moore. In the women's scale division, Buns and Guns. And then we have a visiting team, Northumbria Foreign Boys. Both from one of the CrossFit gyms up close to Northumbria, I believe. One of the gentlemen is from Egypt, and I'm not sure where the other gentleman's from, but we've got some international representation at this competition, which is great to see. So Screws Loose, Phil McVeigh, this time competing with another prison officer, who's actually from CrossFit Chester Street, I believe. Last time out, I think Phil and his partner came 4th in the Formula Games. It might have been 5th, but he was partnered with Alex Hall. Or, no, it wasn't. I just completely lied. He was partnered with Luke Jobling. Hello. Move this way a bit more. Here we have Amy Cunningham of Team Karate Dog. How did you find that first event? Talk to the microphone. Talk to the microphone.
Hi, it's Mad Dog, part of the Karate Dog. It's all right.
It was all right. Is that all we're getting? That's all we're getting there?
It was absolutely hideous.
I can't quite see the clock. How long does that say? 1:53. So we're nearly 2 minutes into this event. So in the scale division, at the front here, we've got Cuffy and Dave Harrison. Last time out, Dave Harrison competed in the RX division with John Johnson. But John had a word with the committee, with the board, and the board agreed a transfer. And Dave Harrison has moved out to scale division's partner Cuffy. And John Johnson is now partnered with Ant Green in the RX division. They were in the last heat. Also in the last heat, we had we had the father and son team of the Fraser Cabbage Heats. I'm just trying to find my list here, apologies. The Fraser Cabbage Heats and Martin and Lewis, they're in the scale division, along with another visiting team of SR1 CrossFit Sunderland, and then the Bad Brother Muckers, Dan Nolan. I'll be competing at the Castle Games Sunderland event in November with Dan, so this is good practice for both of us for that competition down in Middlesbrough. We also had beards and barbells. Admittedly, by their own account, it wasn't their favourite event of the ones on the list. They're looking more forward to the strength events later on. And then obviously famous barbells and struts, that's myself and my partner Carl, who's travelled all the way up from Manchester for today's event. And then an interesting clash of heads, like I said earlier, John Johnson and Ant Green, they are St Bob's class of 97. So we went to school together. And then obviously reunited at this gym. And then this year, competing in some sort of strange version of High School Musical. After this, we'll have one more heat in event number 1. And I'll be back for some commentary on that when the time comes. Okay, ladies and gents, I am going to do my best this time to keep up with what's actually happening on the floor in this final event. The reality is that these three should be on the podium. Last time out, we have the reigning champions. They'll be in the middle of your screen. That is Nick Campbell and T. Taylor. And then on the far side, you've got Adam Moore. Last time out, he had a different partner. This time he's with Dave. They were on the podium last time in their respective pairs. And then we've got newcomers this time of Ian Murray and Mark Wooler. Now, there isn't a massive strength event in this competition that Ian would have probably been one of the favourites for. However, he is very powerful, as you can see on these bikes. So it's going to be interesting to see how they partner this up. So we can see here the first split. So Ian and Mark have done an earlier split than T and Nick. Slightly more power. Adam and Dave slightly behind. Both on the burpees exactly the same time. So we might see some separation now. Nick first back on the bike. Ian's away. Let's see who makes that first changeover. Dave and Adam gone off slightly slower. And there's the second change for Ian and Mark. T and Nick also change. Absolutely nothing to separate these two teams. And there they go. So we've got about a burpees lead for Murray and Wooler. There's about one burpee in it. T and Nick cycling very slightly quicker. Looks like at the end of this, they're going to be neck and neck again as they go onto the bikes. If anything, T and Nick could overtake them here. They look like they're about half a rep ahead now. Yes, Nick is back on the bike first. Murray on the bike second. Murray is a power athlete. There's no doubt about that. Nick and T definitely more all-rounders. In the back, Dave and Adam slightly slower, but going at a nice steady pace as they enter their third round on the bike. A big dropper there by Dave there. That bike's starting to take its toll, it would seem. And there we go. The first clear sign of separation in this whole event. It's Nick and T on that set of 9 burpees, slightly ahead of Mark and Ian. The first time we've seen clear daylight in this event. They're getting that slightly faster burpee speed. It looks like they're going to be entering that fourth round on the bike slightly ahead. Dave and Adam still on the same round of burpees here, but they're just starting their first. They've done 2 into that set of 9, while Nick is back on that bike. Ian now entering on the bike again. Ian's entering on the bike. Nick's finished his first stint. Ian's still on his first. T really getting those legs going. Really in sync, these two. Absolutely no signs of letting go of the Formula Games title. Perfect synchronization in spite of the height difference. And there's Wooler finished. Here they go with their set of 12. Dave Wilson in the background, still plugging away on that bike. Those legs really looking heavy on Dave early on, which is a bit of a surprise as they enter their set of 12. And Nick's back on the bike. Finish their set of 12 burpees. I'll try and bring you a record of just how many burpees they are ahead at the end of this round on the bike. But T and Nick really with a commanding lead. They're splitting it about halfway, I reckon, so there's probably about 8 calories difference in it at the minute. Dave back on that bike. Right, let's see what the burpee situation is. Looks like we're entering into the round of 15 now, I think. Apologies if I've lost count. There's part 1 of the karate dog, strumming away on that banana. So let's see, what's the difference in burpees here? Okay. Nick's entering onto that bike, so let's see what the difference is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And look at that over in the back. A 6 burpee lead in the middle, but this slower, steadier pace from Dave and Adam has really paid dividends. It looks like Adam and Mark have started to blow out a little bit as Dave and Adam have come through with that much faster burpee cycle speed, and there's now gained a 2-rep lead over Ian and Mark. The speed on the bike's dropping as well from Ian, but that height difference really is telling when it comes to these burpees. It really does make a difference. That longer distance you have to travel, more weight you've got to carry. That compact frame of Dave really does help when it comes to these burpees. As you can see by the stress on Mark's face, is really feeling its toll as they go into about the last 10 seconds. So it's going to look like T and Nick are going to end this first heat with a strong lead. And then it looks like it's going to be Dave and Adam in second place. Adam's flying on the squats. That cradle looking a bit weaker now. T's got the weights up on his back. So's Ian Murray. And the first change from all athletes. Let's see what sort of set numbers we're doing. Nick's a lot taller. Mark's struggling to get those weights up on his shoulders. Dave Wilson and Adam Moore really looking strong in this part B of this event. Neither of them have really broken. They've changed at the same point. I think that's the same number of reps. T. Taylor getting them up on his back, slightly ahead of Adam. Real rep speed here from T. The height of Ian Murray making these again a little bit slower. Not playing him huge favour at the start of this event. T looking to swap in with Nick. Really strong work. I'm really impressed with how Dave and Adam are really attacking this part B. At no point did they show any signs of panic through that first half of that event. They took steady away with their plan, rep speed cycle, and then really took it to Team Iwumu at the end of it. And then as they've come onto their squats, there's hardly been a moment's hesitation. Straight up there for Adam. And then really again, powering through in these squats. This part B would really do them well in their total score. Team Nick still taking that early lead. Behind. Nick struggling a little bit with his feet on these double kettlebell squats. But again, that long torso, even with a really strong core, it does make it a lot harder when you're trying to balance these unstable weights up on the shoulder. We're going into about the last 30 seconds of this event. And there you have it, event number 1 of the autumn edition of the CrossFit Games is over. I'm going to try and get some words from some of the athletes. There's one on there. I will try and get some words. I'm going to try and move this camera. Oh, God. I'm not a professional cinematographer, so... Dave came in second in that event by the looks of it. Really strong effort, but really taking its toll. I'm not sure what the sound quality is like here. I don't know if anyone can comment. Nick! T! I'm not sure how the sound quality is going to be here, but we'll give it a test. So, here they are. Nick. Live on YouTube. So this is team pull ahead off it. We've got Nick Campbell and Al Taylor, last year's champions, and I think looking at that, they look like they took the end of the win in the first event. How did it go for you?
Very quaddy.
Yeah.
Quads are a bit blown up now, but all right, not too bad.
We split it well, and then we got a little bit of a lead in the first one, so we recognised that. And then we just kind of cranked up a little bit towards the end, just when you were ahead. See if our legs would touch for the squats, but the squats were really horrible. Yeah, gritty teeth.
Yeah, I mean, it looked from my angle, it looked like on the squats, obviously your height made them a little bit slower, but your reps out kept nice and consistent. And then how you were really able to take the speed into that second part of the event as well, rep speed.
I felt okay. Nick was taking more cows on the bike though.
Yeah.
That was our plan because he's better on the bike. Not that I thought I'm better at squatting, but like you say, my short.
Yeah. Plays to the strengths. Started off really even between you and Team Woo Moo, but coming to that sort of 9 round of burpees, you really set yourself ahead. Did you realise at that point that you'd started to break them at all?
Yeah, we could see we was moving slightly ahead, but we knew we'd be faster than them on the burpees. On the down up, so.
Well, congratulations both of you. Looks like another strong start. Good luck defending your title.
Yeah.
Well done, both of you. I'm going to see if I can get a word from the event organisers. They're just setting up event number 2 now. There is a short turnover in time. I actually don't know what time event 2 starts at. I'm going to see if I can find out now. JTC, what time is the first heat? Okay, so we've got about 15 minutes to the start of heat 2. I'm going to try and get some words from John Lee and Mick.
Rachel. Right. Don't get Charlotte. Rachel, go and find Charlotte. Come over here.
I have no idea what the sound quality is like, so people might be able to hear or might not. So I'm here with Team Buns and Guns, reigning champions, obviously minus a member. Unfortunately, Orla O'Connor had to withdraw due to injury, but she's been replaced by the lovely Charlotte Moore. So, at the end of event number 1, how are you feeling, Rach?
Feeling good, like very, very jelly legs.
Yeah.
The last one. Yeah. And I feel like I've got loads of acid in my throat. It's like a proper acid wash. But yeah, feeling good, feeling warm, ready for the next one.
Yeah, I came for the next one. That was horrendous. Like,
Was
I
it?
was just gassed the whole time.
Did you have any tactics going into it?
It was just more like split up the bike evenly, and then I was just in such a gas way that she managed to pick up 10-1 round, sort of catch me breath, and then we just went at it. And then for the squats, it was just max squats.
Yeah, like literally just hang on as long
Pick
as
it
you
up.
can for the squats. Pick them up straight away, even though I was like pretty green. And yeah, just hang on.
And what are you feeling about event number 2? Is this going to play into your strengths, or is this going to be...
I mean, power cleans are quite good for the both. We're in the standard for wall walks, we should have no problem. So
Yeah, I feel like we practice wall walks quite a lot, so hopefully they'll be okay. And yeah, just smash it.
Well, good luck to you for the rest of the day, and good luck defending your title. There we have it, Team Buns and Guns. I'm going to take a short break now and end the stream, but we will be back for event number 2, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much.